it going, everybody? Bienvenue, welcome, welcome to another Dongers of Runeterra Dongers deck discussion. So, I got a lot of hate about the OTK. Sorry. Blame Swim. Only joking. It's a great deck. It's catastrophically bad. But let's get back to some more sort of normal decks that are still a little bit broken. So I love Vlad. He's actually my screensaver on my laptop. He's great, and I love Sej. She's great, and they both seem to have like big land areas with big creatures. That's good. That's really good for Vlad. That's because he can sort of level up. So I've made a Vlad Sej deck, and it's slightly different than any that you might have seen before. So let's have a look and see what the actual difference is in the deck. So as always, we are going to start at the top and work our way down. So we have no one cost units, absolutely none. There is no such thing as an Omen Hawk getting put into this deck. Are you crazy? Well, I don't want a 1/1 buffing up something else. I just don't. It's a waste of a mana. I'd much rather just take a 1/1 cost card, and that is Elixir of Iron, which is give it 2 extra health. Ka-ching! We may even make this a 2 of. Not sure, but the one's worked out perfectly well so far. This deck's got a 69% win rate for me personally, and that's in ranked, so it performs very, very well in testing, and I think it's got a lot of legs going forward. Again, all decks will evolve. This is my version of the deck. Obviously, we're going to put Crimson Disciple in because we are Freljord and Noxus. But wait, where's the Demolitionist? I can see you looking down the side. I can see you looking down there going, hang on a minute, there's no Demolitionist. Don't want the Demolitionist either. It all will become apparent soon. She takes 1, you deal 2 to the Nexus. That's kind of good. I think this is one of the best 2-drops in the game. It's fearsome, it is tough, it's a 3/1, which means any Omen Hawk, any Spider, any 1/1 at all, throw it out there with impunity, it will survive. Having 3 of these is fantastic, especially when you're running 3 transfusions. So I can deal 1 to that, it takes absolutely no damage whatsoever, and put it in there and then do other things. Or I can put that in there and make this a very nice 5/3 tough unit, which is even better, and you get 2 because she's survived the damage, and then just throw the Ruthless Raider out, it'll kill everything including Yetis, which is kind of nice. Speaking of Yetis, here's a 3/3. It shuffles an Enraged Yeti, which is a 1 cost 5/5. Let me put that to you again. It gives you this for 1 mana. That's bonkers value. That's bonkers value. So there's 3 of those. And then we have Calling Strike, because what happens in this deck is we are going to lose units at some stage, and we're going to have 3 mana, and there's going to be a problematic card on the other side of the board, and this will deal with most problematic units, including Zeds, and including well, any 3-cost unit really, you know. But if Katarina is there, goodbye, thank you very much for playing. Draven, sir, goodbye. Swain, goodbye. And goodbye. It's such a great card. It's a 3 of as well. But what we want are big units. So if you're kind of noticing, 3 health with a 5 health, 3 health, and it draws a unit with 5+ power. Well, that's kind of cool because we've got Crimson Awakeners. And I'm using Crimson Awakeners instead of the Demolitionist. This isn't an aggro deck, this is a mid-range deck. And it just builds up, and then overwhelms you with huge units that just bash right through your entire thing. I have on turn 8 dropped 2 of these and put 4 damage in, and then did a transfusion to put her back up again, and she got 2 more damage in after we'd lined up all our attack units. This is a great combo with this. It's so good, it is untrue. Fury of the North, one of the best 4-cost spells in the entire game. It is genius. You give an ally +4 attack, +4 health for the round. Is catastrophic for Darius decks, for Braum decks. It's just goodbye, you are dead. Thank you so much for playing. Send us a wee postcard from wherever you go, and I hope that the door didn't hit your ass on the way out. I like drawing cards in this deck, and that's why there are 3 Trifarian Assessors. So when that's summoned, you draw 1 for each 5+ power ally you have. Okay, so there's 3, there's another one from that, there's going to be ones from this. We're normally on average drawing between 1 and 2 cards every time we drop the Assessor because of work done in the earlier rounds, and I know that it might be coming. This is another 5-cost summoned, and then every single ally in your deck gets +1/+1. So it costs 5 times the amount of mana that the Omen Hawk does, but it's got 5 more health, 5 more attack, and does what Omen Hawk does to the top 2 to absolutely everything in the deck. And when I need for my champions to, well, be big and beefy health-wise, this card is an automatic 3 of. And then we'll get down to the last 4 cards. We have Vlad. His buff is phenomenal. I've never played a Vlad in this deck that hasn't already leveled up, which is bonkers. 6 allies that survive damage, lands down, and all of a sudden he's draining stuff from you, and people are still not understanding how good Vladimir is once he is leveled up. He is, in my opinion, easily in the top 3 champions in the game. Sojani was in the top 3, but the fact that we're hitting Nexus so much, and we've damaged it quite often, that these 2 are actually so synergetic. No one's seemingly really made a really, really good deck yet, and I think this is right up there with a top drawer deck. We have 2 other cards, but only 3, so we've went through 37 cards. 2 Reckonings. So if I have a 5+ power ally, which he isn't, he is, he calls 1, and he calls 1. So the chances are by round 6 I've got something. It's a slow spell, but it kills every unit with 4 or less power the other side of the board. It wins games, it's fantastic, but it would be terrible having 3. So we have 2, because the chances of us having a 5+ power ally are huge. It's normally around 60% by the time that you're dropping the Reckoning down. You can even have it by the round 3 if you pull it with the Trapper. Final card, another bumped up card. So Captain Faron, he used to say, when summoned, make your entire hand decimate, which was bloody awful. I mean, it's bloody awful. Now they've buffed him considerably. Now you get 3 decimates in hand on top of the cards you've already got. So had you got something like a Culling Strike and you needed to take something off and only had the 3, it is not a decimate, it is now one of these. You get these in addition. So you can play your Culling Strike, take the person off the board, and by round 10 you're doing 8. If you've only got 8, you've probably won the game if you can survive that round. This is my Vladimir buff everything, huge unit, hit the Nexus as often as you can, and Sojani normally comes out, if not leveled, then pretty darn close. Most of the times he comes out on a 4 or 5 and then gets leveled up in the next go after he has frostbitten and vulnerable whatever it is that he needed to do. This is my Vlad Sedge. The deck code will be in the pinned comments, along with a very free and most welcome Discord invite. Link, click it, come join the Dongers of Runeterra. But as so, ready? normal, if you've watched the Dongers of Runeterra Donger deck discussion video before, you know that we hit play, we hit normal, and off we go, and we see what we get. The only deck that I'm really losing to is the elusive Keeper of Secrets deck. It's too good. I can take it down to like 2 or 3 with this deck, even without champions. I've got a video I may even put to the end to see how, because it's my favourite deck to play with Decline. It's still the best deck in the meta. So if you really, really want to climb, this is good. But this, for without the elusive nonsense, so we're up here against Fiora, Twin, and Misfortune, so it's going to be a lot of Misfortune aggro. This is what this is, and we don't want any of these. Shall we keep Vlad though? Shall we keep Vlad? Vlad's a huge wing condition in this deck, so we're going to lose everything else. Even the Elixir of Iron. No. Do you know what? We'll keep that in case we Crimson. We our ramp now is not good. Our curve is off curve, so we don't get anything.
I'll shoot the wings off a bilge wasp.
First, so that's 2 free.
Finger on the trigger.
That is annoying. To be honest, that's annoying. He's a horrible little. Oh, yuck. Okay, so bad. Yeah. So now we can start doing stuff. Just not very good stuff. But we could do something. I mean, we could drop this and keep it. Okay. At all?
No prey,
Okay.
no pay.
Enough of this nonsense. Let's just get her off the board completely. That's just good.
Hell of a day.
Thank you for
Ready,
playing.
aim.
Now, his card is not as good as ours. It's going to be Yeti in the next hand. If not, we will play probably playing the 4. Okay. So I think we can just throw this out.
What did we catch?
Still gives me 3. I have nothing for 3. I've only got the Elixir of Iron, but that is a great thing. Should he put down something 3/3?
Every wave is a hunt.
We are going to hit this.
Out on the train.
Open swing. Get me in, because he wants to do his 40, which is fine for me. Because I'm going to fight the now the 4/3 here is interesting. Because we haven't built any damage.
Come on.
Here we go. Here's a ton of nonsense coming out. And I need something to hold it up.
Our strength is yours.
5 mana for chunk blockers.
Always forward.
But I've no
Captain's orders. Bullet to the
He does
face.
it to the Nexus. That's fine. And dead. And that's
Tread carefully.
dead. And I'm okay with it because the barrier stays unless I can do something. So we're just going to keep this for later rounds. Because these are just gone. Goodbye. Thank you for playing. Scott, barrier, right. Okay, that's not very good at all. Yeah, that's not very good in the slightest, so I there. And then he stays alive. That's still dead. And then good again. Still have
Something to keep us moving.
So it's 12-13 each. I'm still okay with it.
Smell
Let's
something.
get back out again. And I think we can take that to the face. I think that's alright.
Bless its motion.
I've got us covered.
Alright. So we're going to do this.
Over there.
We're going to do this.
Stand and defend!
And take the scouts out of the equation. That sounds like a really
Always.
as
Return me to the sea.
He's still not there. He's still not there. So it's our attack round. I can actually level him up right now. So let's do this.
I've dressed for the occasion in red.
I hope he hasn't got anything like a Will of Ionia to get rid of it. Which is the only thing I'm slightly concerned about. He doesn't have it. That's even better. That's even better.
Fortune
That's
favors the
even
bold.
better.
You would dance with me. Where can I find a full-bodied red? Let it flow!
These will still stay 5-1s. And he's going to -6. He's not going to -6.
There.
He's going to -1.
Don't get ahead of yourself.
He's losing his misfortune. All of it. Okay, so nice. Automatic barrier on. That's really, really annoying.
Kneel before
Wait,
me.
Vlad. I think this guy needs to come out. Hit here, quite hard. 4, we've got 8. I can draw one here for 4. Then Fury of the North if needs be, and then do this on the next turn and win. I mean, that's pretty much sounds good to me. Oh, that is absolutely barbaric. Oh, that is such a good play. That is such a good play. And there's very little I can do about that, to be fair. Wow. Do I want a 5-5? I think the 5-5 is probably better here now. He's only got 2 mana left. He survives.
What do you want?
Next round we throw this out. And I think we win. I think. Tad unfortunately.
Finger on the trigger.
That's what's he got for 2? Another barrier?
What's up?
Here to take the block. If we don't take the block, we're down to 9.
You better bleed.
Take the block, we're only down to 10. And more health. One difference. We're gonna let
Love ya.
Carved from the savage cold.
And we have enough here, regardless of what he needs. At the minute we win just with that, but we'll probably put this on there as well. And just go to town. That's probably a very good idea to use the main Fury of the North and not the other bumped up Swajani. I don't even want to hurt her. Like, she's just madness.
Enough stalling.
He's got 9, he's got 3 cards left. He plays
I gotta show you the sights of Bilgewater.
The sights are fine. The smells, on the other hand.
Born for conquest.
And I've still got this, so we're going to attack.
You in my sights.
Came a long way for a bullet.
Enough.
Gotcha in my sights.
He's wanting Valor to stay alive for some strange reason. Score. Does that, and then he will have to play something to try and stop him. This is going to ruin this guy's day. We put this on Svajani, seeing as he, well,
Fight like the animal you are!
let's go. And this, I think, is a really good deck, regardless of what he plays now, regardless of whether he stops it or not. He can rally if he likes. The guy's dead. So, there is
We survive!
deck to play. Shame we didn't get to do the Vlad thing. He is honestly one of my favourite characters in the game. But what can you do? So, that is Sith Holocron's Donger's deck discussion on my build of Vlad Svajani. You know what happens. Downstairs, in the pinned comments, the Deckcode. Also, a freebie, come join us at the Dongers of Runeterra Discord. There's a free invite there. And what do we always say at the end of each video? Dong is out!